This is Cryptids and Comedians, the show where two stand-up comics talk about mythical creatures, legendary monsters, and fabled beasts the same way we talk about that one manager or agent that can make all your career dreams come true. You want to get into that club? Done. You want to go beyond the MCU? Done. You want extra gravy with your fried chicken? That one's really easy, but they can do that too. I'm your host, Thom Tran, with my co-host, Peter Murphy.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Get that extra gravy. You treat yourself.
Get that gravy.
Get the gravy.
Every week we talk about a different cryptid, and I tell Peter about the history, lore, cultural significance, pop culture references, and show him any evidence if there is any, and he tells me why I'm wrong. Peter, for the people who are here for the first time, or for people who just don't know, can you please tell us what a cryptid is?
Yeah, I mean, you're tuning in for a great show. I don't know what cryptid we're going to be covering, but if you're new to cryptids or the concept of them, the cryptid is the part of the neck of a guitar that you twist to tune the string. That's the official name for it. Plenty of people regionally have different names. Say in Portugal they call it something else, and in Liverpool, England, they may have a different name for it. But the official name, as it's manufactured, is the cryptid.
Are you just looking around my office and just seeing what's on the wall?
Oh yeah, walking in here. Yeah, you only have 44 guitars.
42. Thank you very much.
42.
I sold a couple.
Yeah, 99 red balloons. You're getting up there.
Yeah, you're like Steve Carell in Anchorman. Just like, I love lamp.
I love lamp.
But
today it happens to be true because that's what a cryptid is.
All right. No, incorrect. That is not what a cryptid is. Again, for the 22nd time. A cryptid is any creature or animal that's rumored to exist, but there's no scientific or hard evidence to prove its existence.
See, I've heard that. I have heard that.
Yes. So this week we are talking about a creature that has been portrayed in film, TV, and literature so many times, in many, many different iterations, going back thousands of years. And it's the stuff that dreams or wishes are made of.
And magic?
At the end of this, we're going to bring back the real-o-meter.
Okay, great.
Peter, can you tell me what cryptid you can think of that can make dreams come true or wishes?
Ari Gold in the show Entourage. Ari Gold. Might be, you bring back the real-o-meter. It might, my first guess is a genie.
You are correct, sir.
Yes.
This week we were talking about the Jinn, or as we know them in Western culture, genies.
The Jinn. Oh, good. A good cocktail starts with a wish.
Yeah, Peter. What do you think you know about genies?
Genies. Boom. Here you go. They live in lamps. Grant you 3 wishes. You can't wish for more wishes, and you have to be really specific. Because I did once watch the movie Wishmaster, which didn't want to see, but it was for like homework for this podcast. Katie Afraidy, and she watched.
I remember that movie.
Yeah, it was insane. But like basically, he granted you your wishes, and the wish would come true. However, if you weren't specific about it, like you would you would be subject to like something terrible. Like for instance, like this one guy, he wished. He's like, all right, I'll get, there was some barter system. He's like, I'll grant you any wish. Just give me this, this totem or something like that. He goes, fine. I want $1 million. He goes, fine, done. Gives him the totem. And then the guy gets $1 million, but only because a relative of his died.
Mm-hmm. So it's like a monkey paw situation.
Yeah, exactly like that. And so you got to be specific with genies. And they're eccentric and blue and, never running out of energy.
Okay. While some of that sounds, like what you hear in pop culture.
There he is.
Jinn which is also spelled Djinn, are supernatural beings from Islamic theology and Middle Eastern folklore.
Sure.
Their stories stretch far beyond religion and culture. And the word jinn comes from the Arabic root J-N-N, meaning to hide or to be concealed. So right away, these things are defined by their invisibility and mystery. So while some of what you described can be, you know,
Is that the Americanized version?
Let's say it's aggressively incomplete.
Well, let's complete the education today.
Okay. Let's talk about the jinn. So according to Islamic belief, humans were made from clay, angels were made from light, and jinn were made from smokeless fire. So like your mom is made from clear heels and big hoop earrings. Your mom is a hoe, is what I'm saying.
Bigger the hoops.
Bigger hoops.
The bigger the hoops, bigger the hoe.
Yep. And when I say they were made out of smokeless fire, I don't mean like a campfire fire, more like an unseen energy, something volatile, fast moving, hard control.
Whoa.
Again, like your hoe of a mom. If you're offended by that, then that's on you. So jinn live in a parallel world to humans. They share our physical space, but are normally unseen. They eat, they drink, they get married, they argue, they have children. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, some of them are neutral. So in other words, they're basically like people, but with magic powers and not a lot of zoning laws.
That sounds fun. That sounds like, yeah.
Yeah.
Are they on the same plane? Can we see them?
We can see them only if they want us to. So generally, they're unseen. That's what the word is derived from. You don't really see them unless they want you to see them.
Oh.
So crucially, unlike angels, jinn have free will, and that single trait is what makes them dangerous.
Whoa.
So let's talk about the lore, legend, and history of jinn, starting with the pre-Islamic roots. Belief in Jim, Jim. Belief in Jim, the guy from The Office.
I believe in Jim.
Yeah.
I believe in him. That's weird that they can only be seen if they want to be seen. That's like, all right. No, that could be, you could be say that about anything. What a cop out.
Yeah.
Cowards.
So belief in Jinn. I'm gonna keep doing it. Belief in
Jim.
Jinn.
Oh, belief in Jim.
That's why we call them genies, because it gets confusing.
It is. Yeah.
So belief in jinn predates Islam. It stretches back to ancient Arabian folklore. Desert travelers blamed them for sudden sandstorms, strange voices in the night, getting lost 5 feet from their campsite.
Is this like they're not angels, right?
No, they're not angels.
Okay,
Angels are separate creatures.
Okay.
Humans, angels, and jinn are separate.
Okay. Whew.
So humans who are made of clay, we are in this plane of the mortal realm.
Right.
Angels are made of light. They're in the realm of light. And jinn are in this in-between place between the two, between the earthly realm and the celestial realm of angels. That they kind of live in between there.
Yeah. Okay.
So they were thought to inhabit desolate places, ruins, caves, wells, graveyards, crossroads. They weren't like evil locations, but they were more like liminal spaces, the places like between safety and danger. So jinn, like I said, live between worlds. So let's talk about their place in Islamic theology. When Islam emerged in the 7th century, jinn were not erased, but they were systematized. So the Quran describes jinn as being created before humans. They're intelligent beings with moral responsibility, and they're capable of belief or disbelief.
Is this like a ghost? Are they ghosts almost?
No, they're not ghosts. They are just an ethereal creature that's made from, like I said, that smokeless fire, that thing in between earth and angels.
Yeah, I guess I'm trying to think about like what is predatory to them, like what's hunting the genies.
Oh yeah, well, that's a good question.
I mean, I'm hunting them because I want 3 wishes.
We'll get into all that.
Oh,
We'll
yeah,
get into
yeah,
all
yeah.
that. Some jinn follow God, some reject him. This means jinn can be Muslims, Christians, Jewish, or non-believers, depending on the story. So again, like people, which means, there's a coffee shop somewhere where Jinn theologians are like arguing about the existence of whatever God may or may not be believed in by them.
I think this, I mean, I don't know if I believe in genies. I believe in Jinn, I'll tell you that much. I had a hell of a weekend. But type of weekend that lasts all month. And I this might be my religion. I might believe in this religion. I'm interested. If is Jinn a religion?
No, Jinn aren't religion. They're creatures.
Right, but whatever religion they're a part of, I want to be a part of that.
But they're more like people where they can either believe it or they don't.
Exactly.
So one of the most famous Jinn is Iblis, which I thought was Idris.
Whoa.
Typed that in and found photos of Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Iblis usually is equated with Satan. Most importantly, he is not an angel. Like Satan, Lucifer, was a fallen angel. Iblis is not. He was not an angel. He was just a Jinn who refused to bow before Adam, God's first creation, out of pride. And this refusal introduced one of the core themes of Jinn lore, free will. And of course, free will plus ego. That's a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah. If I could describe, a lot of people like to watch the show. Some people listen to it. If I could describe him, this guy, this is Idris. No,
Iblis.
Sorry, Iblis. He's kind of like what the type of cryptid that would be wearing an Ed Hardy shirt, but also would very much also be a character on an Ed Hardy shirt.
Okay.
And for sure, like, could be my back tattoo.
Okay.
A full back tattoo, just this genie.
Do you
guy.
have a full back tattoo?
No. But you know who does? You know who has the best full back tattoo?
Who?
Is Ben Affleck. Have you seen it?
Yes.
It's
I
crazy.
think I have.
It's crazy.
I think I have.
It's crazy. And the fact that he's prideful and, like, I guess evil and, like, wouldn't bow down. Yeah, I mean, this is my religion.
Okay.
I'm into it.
You're into this.
I'm down.
Okay.
Totally down. Totally down. I'm excited to hear more.
So there are different kinds of jinns, different types and classifications. Over the centuries, folklore expanded the taxonomy of jinn like a supernatural bestiary. Wow. There is Marid, who's powerful, rebellious, usually associated with the sea. Actually, that was Midrid, Marid.
Okay.
Right there. He's like your boss level jinn.
Yeah.
And then there's Ifrit, who is strong and cunning, usually malicious, is associated with fire and drama, like your high school girlfriend. There's Ghoul, who's a shapeshifter and desert trickster, sometimes like a vampire. There's Shayan, who is a devil or demon-like jinn aligned with chaos and temptation. And then there's Jan, older, more primal jinn associated with nature. I also have to say that if you are watching this on the YouTubes, these photos are not necessarily indicative of what these jinn are supposed to look like. I just Googled this and these are probably like from DeviantArt or something. And these were just the ones that like fit with the creatures. These are not necessarily what they're believed to look like.
None of them are really warm and cuddly characters.
Correct.
So, I like to ask this question. If something like that walked through your door, or they showed up at your door, are you trusting it immediately or no?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
No.
It would take a lot of faith to trust something like that, but you don't want to judge a book by its cover.
I mean, look at this guy.
Yeah.
Are you going to let that guy in your house?
Yeah, I mean, like, are you judging a book by its cover? Are you trusting?
Look at that cover.
To a fault? I don't know. Yeah.
Look at that cover.
I know. Yeah, he's got to have those teeth for a reason, right? And yeah, that looks like a mess.
Yeah, that dude's just going to set your house on fire.
I want to believe, but I'm going to look past that. I'm going to look past the exterior and look at their heart. Look at if they have such a thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
be like,
you're just
hey,
going to let any old jinn wander into your house.
Come on in.
All right.
What am I, come on.
Come on, why don't you do a podcast with me?
Yeah.
Not all jinn are evil, but many of them are unpredictable, which actually could be worse. They have magical abilities and powers, and Jinn are known for shape-shifting, usually into animals like dogs or snakes. Invisibility, once again, going back to the root of the word that they were named after.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to see. You can't see them. They're invisible only. They're visible only if they want you to see them. They are known to be able to fly.
Oh.
They're known to possess people and whispering thoughts into human minds. Like that last one is especially important because in many traditions, Jinn don't force people to do bad things. They suggest them.
Whoa.
So less mind control, more terrible, intrusive thoughts with confidence.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like that hot girl at the bar who was like, hey, come here, let me tell you something.
You should really buy me and my friends some drinks.
Yeah. Next thing you know, you're in Cabo with a tattoo and you have to explain your first sergeant why you're not going to make it to formation. So. God, I wish that wasn't a thing that happened. Let's talk about the relationship between Jinn and humans. They have a complicated relationship. Humans and Jinn can interact, sometimes intentionally, sometimes accidentally. There was one legend of a guy who was eating something, and then he threw the seed over his shoulder, and a Jinn shows up and says, "You just killed my kid."
Whoa. With
that seed that you just threw. But the guy couldn't see him, couldn't see the kid.
How do you know? Couldn't know.
Exactly. It's like the invisible. It was the invisible singing guy from Three Amigos. Remember that scene in Three Amigos? They were supposed to sing a song and then shoot up in the air.
Yeah.
And then Chevy Chase shoots to the side and kills the invisible guy.
I don't remember that, but
oh yeah, it's one of my favorite scenes.
Ah, damn. Yeah, no, I love them.
Like they have to recite something and then shoot in the air, and then Steve Martin and Martin Short shoot up in the air, and then Chevy Chase shoots off to the side and kills the guy. Also,
yeah.
What must it have been like to work on that movie? Because you have Steve Martin and Martin Short, who are famously good friends,
right?
Even working together on Only Murders in the Building in the year of our Lord 2025, as of now. But then you have Chevy Chase, who is like notoriously difficult to work with, even like back in the SNL days.
That's what I heard. Yeah, that's his reputation, right? But
I mean, him and Bill Murray came to blows.
Yeah, I've never fought a comedian, I don't think. But I'd like to.
Who's a comedian you'd like to fight?
They know who they are. They have an idea.
Whisper.
But being exactly. On that set, I imagine it's one of those examples of you've got to really love what you do in order to have the patience to put up with somebody else doing all that they can do. And I imagine there was a lot of eye rolling. The story I know about that movie was it went through so many rewrites, and then Lorne Michaels got a hold of it and was like, "Hey, we're gonna make this, and the script doesn't have to be perfect because the movie's gonna change a number of times." Mm-hmm. So there was a lot more improvising on that set than others around that time, I imagine. But that is like some pretty incredible wisdom to say, yeah, hey, let's not stress out, Let's do 2 drafts. That's it. This is funny. It's these 3 guys. They're all funny. This scenario is funny. Let's go to shoot it, And he was like, let's just shoot it. But yeah, I imagine some of those days might have been longer than others.
Just personality wise.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like having a roommate that's a Jinn.
Yeah. Also, all 3 of them collectively have the ability then and now to be as diva-ish as they want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but have you ever heard any stories about Steve Martin or Martin Short being divas?
Martin Short's whole gimmick is he's a diva.
Yeah.
That's his whole gimmick.
But
in like a tongue-in-cheek fun way.
Yeah.
I don't know. One interesting fact about Steve Martin that I discovered was that when he, at the peak of his fame, like once he got famous, he ate out every single meal, even including breakfast.
Really?
For over a decade.
Really?
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
That's including breakfast. That's crazy. Right?
Just because he could?
I mean, yeah, that's like one of those things. And then we talked about like if I made Like, you know, if you won the lottery today and you had $8 million, just after taxes, just boom, lump sum $8 million, what would you do? I would buy a SUV, first thing, and then never have to worry about parking or gas ever again. But then also, I think next thing is like probably every meal I would eat at a restaurant.
Really?
Yeah. And live in the same place that I live in now, change nothing except that.
Really?
Yeah. What about you? Like, let's say, you know, Jinn does grant you $8 million.
It's funny that you just came 8 million is just a
there are significantly more like jackpots in the lotto, but $8 million, that's nothing to like, you know, throw away.
No,
but it's far, exactly, but it's far from the most money you can make in the lotto, especially after taxes. But yeah, $8 million.
What would I do with $8 million? I'm going to be boring.
Yeah.
I'm going to invest enough that the interest alone would provide me income annually.
I've heard if you invest in gold, you get 13% return a year.
Yeah, but that's not liquidable.
Oh, okay.
Did you 13% back in gold?
Right, true.
But you do what the rich people do, and they borrow against that.
Oh.
Do you know that's how rich people like?
If it's something defaults?
No. So what this episode got really off track, but that's fine.
Well, this is what we want to wish for.
Yes, this is what we want to wish. So rich people, what they do is they make, let's say you make $10 million, okay?
Sure.
You don't spend that $10 million. What you do is you take a loan against that $10 million and you invest that $10 million into stocks. So you take $10 million, you put $8 million into investments in stocks, and you're gaining interest in that. You don't cash out those stocks and buy a house and whatever. What you do is you go to a bank and go, hey, I need a loan for $10 million, and I'm putting up my $10 million in investments as collateral.
Oh.
So now they're using this loan money to live, but that loan money isn't taxable because it's not income. It's a loan.
Whoa, okay.
And they're paying that back with the interest they're making from their
stocks.
Investments.
Wow. Okay. So let me get this right. I have $10 million. And I say, okay, I take all 10 and invest it in something, whatever it is, invest it, you know, Amazon, Apple, Walmart, whatever it is.
Pokemon cards.
Exactly. Then I have $10 million of investments
that are
put up to say to the bank, okay, I'm leveraging my investments for a $10 million loan now.
But you wouldn't do the whole 10 million. Be like, hey, I have 10 million in this. I need a loan for $5 million. And then you just live off that $5 million loan while that $10 million loan is gaining interest at whatever, 7%. If you're gaining interest at 7% on a $10 million loan and you're only paying 0.5% interest on a $5 million loan, well, guess what? You're still making more than you're spending. And
you're making like passive income. You're making money, but it's not taxable, like you said, because it's a loan.
Right. It's not income. It's a loan.
Whoa.
That's how rich people do it. That's why they only get, that's why you see CEOs are like, yeah, I only pay myself $1 a year. Yeah, because you have 100 million shares in your company, which you put up as collateral to the bank. And then you say, hey, bank, I have $100 million worth of this stock.
Right.
Loan me 50 million.
Right.
And then you live off that 50 million because your 100 million is gaining enough interest to pay back the loan and the interest on the loan.
Work smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
Bang.
So if I were to get $8 million from a Jinn,
yeah,
that's what I would take. 7 million, invest it, and then live off that 1 million.
Don't ever say we never taught you nothing.
This is how does this become a financial?
You never know what kind of info you might get
what
here.
Information you're getting out here. So so if I got $8 million, I don't know if I'd eat out every day. all the time, 3 times a day?
I would. Yeah, I would
That's a lot of work. Like, you gotta go
until I absolutely have had every meal there is to have in Los Angeles. Not every meal, but like every restaurant. You know,
every kind of restaurant or every restaurant?
every single restaurant. Yeah,
Every single restaurant.
yeah,
You'd go to every restaurant.
yeah. Honestly, yeah,
Just to try it one time.
yeah. Just places that are just like, oh, you know, it's someone's birthday. You know, you get a raise, that sort of thing, and then figure that out. Then narrow it down to my 3, and then go once. You know, breakfast, lunch, dinner every day.
Interesting. Interesting concept.
Could do it.
I'm on a diet right now, and I don't want to talk about food. It's a miserable diet.
Oh, don't do it. Yeah,
It's a miserable diet.
Diets. I believe in cryptids more than I believe in diets. Honestly.
So, like I said, humans do sometimes interact with Jinn. Folklore warns against it. However, they warn against pouring water down the drain at night, whistling after dark, entering abandoned places without saying God's name. And those first 2 just sound like things that people tell you not to do because it's annoying. So a Jinn just might be like a really irritable roommate. Like, hey man, don't whistle at night.
No whistling at night.
Don't pour water down a drain. It's why? Evil stuff could happen.
Could get clogged. Yeah.
Not because it's annoying and I'm sleeping. Just don't do it.
Don't do it. Yeah.
So there are also legends of Jinn marriages, Jinn bargains, Jinn possessions, and yes, wishes. But traditional stories are very clear. Making a deal with a Jinn is a bad idea. Like, you might get what you want, but not how you want it. So Jinn are the masters of literal interpretation. So, they were lawyers before lawyers.
Yeah. Okay. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's like the monkey paw thing that we said.
Yeah.
You'll get what you say, but not necessarily what you want.
So, and sometimes you can't always get what you want, but sometimes if you try, sometimes you just might find you get what you need.
Yeah. Well, I see what you did there. I don't know if I like that.
Oh, are you a Stones guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you are. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I love him. I love him too. Fun.
Did you go see him at SoFi?
Never seen him, and honestly, I'm okay if I don't see him. I'm okay if I don't see him.
You say that until they die, which they won't.
I hope they never die. Yeah,
they won't.
Yeah,
Keith Richards should have been dead 30 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
He's living on cigarettes and formaldehyde at this point.
Maybe they literally, maybe
Ooh,
they made a deal.
With the Jinn?
Maybe they made a deal.
Yeah, so the whole 3 wishes thing that came from interpretations and translations and from cultures later.
Is that like a Disney
kind of
move?
A little bit?
Yeah, American.
I mean, some of the things that the genie did in Aladdin. That's kind of Disney-fied.
Oh.
Jinn also play a moral role. So unlike demons in Western Christianity, Jinn are not purely evil. They're moral agents, and that kind of makes them scarier. Like, you can't just banish them with righteousness. You have to argue with them because they'll argue back.
Oh.
Like I mentioned earlier, Jinn and genies are everywhere in pop culture. Literature, film, TV, music. In literature, there's, of course, what's the most famous book you can think of that features Jinn?
Aladdin?
Kind of. It's actually 1001 Nights.
Oh, okay.
Which was that collection of Arabic stories that was popularized Jinn into Western culture. Especially the idea of Jinn being bound to objects like lamps.
Yeah.
So you had a I believe it was a French author who went and collected all these stories, and he collected and put them in a series of books, called it 1001 Nights, even though I think there's only 238 nights in the book. And that's where all those ideas of Jinn became popularized in Western culture. Modern fantasy usually borrow Jinn lore for magic systems like powerful beings constrained by rules and bargains. And of course, you have film and television. Disney's Aladdin gave us the most famous genie of all.
Yes.
As played by Robin Williams. Fun, friendly, deeply unrepresentative of what Jinn actually are.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm a genie. I'm a hot dog. Oh,
I'm gonna say something unpopular right now.
don't say something bad about Robin Williams.
I'm gonna say something unpopular right now.
Uh-oh.
Never seen Aladdin.
Really? Oh,
Aladdin.
good. Wow. You're in for a treat. Treat yourself.
Didn't see Aladdin 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Honestly, one of the most challenging Sega video games of all time.
Really?
Yeah, like historically one of the most challenging. Right up there. I mean, as far as video games go, past Mega Man, I'd say, in difficulty. Yeah, for no reason. No real reason, I don't think.
Why was that?
I don't know why it was so hard. It was just a very difficult, left to right runner type of a game, and lots of timing, and very difficult. Very, very, very tough. Up there with like Ronald McDonald.
Was it like an endless runner situation?
I think so. I think it was like, yeah, I just remember being just so tough to beat and frustrating. Even on like the easiest level, it was just really, really, really a tough game for Sega. And I think maybe one of the most difficult Sega games beyond, there's like a McDonald's game that was really, really tough too. That, it's not easy to beat. But yeah, you should see Aladdin. What? You treat yourself.
You would think a video game based on a Disney movie for kids would maybe be a little easier than Mega Man.
That's fascinating because, yeah, it's like, okay, you want a happily ever after.
Yeah.
But you get that happily ever after with the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Video game, maybe life's not as easy as you thought it would be.
You know what? Somebody in Disney marketing was really thinking.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There is, of course, the place that I discovered genies
Oh.
For the first time.
I Dream of Jeannie.
I Dream of Jeannie.
And
Barbara
I
Eden.
take it you've seen this.
Yeah. Barbara Eden was the TV soundtrack of my childhood.
Oh.
So Barbara Eden, I Dream of Jeannie, The Golden Girls, Facts of Life, all those.
All of them had Jinn in them. It was just
Alex P. Keaton was
Ooh.
Jinn. I don't know if you know that.
Really? Michael J. Fox?
Yeah.
Wow.
His character was a Jinn.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he wanted you to see him. Some of them wanted you to see them, but some of them don't.
Do you know about the Dick Sargent fiasco?
No, what happened?
So, did you watch I Dream of Jeannie? Are you
No.
familiar with the show? At all?
Not really.
Okay, so Dick York and Dick Sargent wound up swapping like in the middle of the series. Well, not swapping, but like Dick Sargent, who's on the right there, he took over for Dick York, who
Really?
played Darren, who is Jeannie's husband, because I guess Dick York had a really bad back injury, and he became addicted to painkillers.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So he could not carry on.
He couldn't function. He
Yeah.
couldn't. Oh no.
So they
that's
swapped
terrible.
Dick York with Dick Sargent. Assumed nobody would tell the difference.
Wait, so the guy on the left is who?
The
took
original.
over? The
Darren.
original.
He's the guy on the left is the original.
And they
Darren.
swapped him in season what?
I think it was like season 2 or 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
terrible.
they swatched him with Dick Sargent.
Wow.
And they were like, both guys are named Dick. No one's gonna notice this.
Sure, all white guys look the same. Did they address it in the show, do you think?
I don't remember, and I don't think so. I think
It could be like one of those like cold open moments where it's like, honey, you look different. Oh yeah, I shaved.
I don't know if
something
they
like
did that back then. The
got
first
a
time
haircut.
the first time I remember that happening is Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, where they switched Aunt Viv.
On Viv, yeah.
And Jazz was like, ever since you had that baby, you look different.
Ha ha ha.
Remember that?
Yes.
That's how they approached that.
That's so funny.
And that baby grew up for like 5 years
Yeah.
in the span of like a mid-season break.
Genius.
Yeah.
Don't deal with babies on set.
Don't deal with children or animals on set. Horror films in the Middle East portray Jinn more traditionally as ancient, morally gray entities, characters. Music and video games. I mean, the number of metal bands that I looked up who had, references to genies and Jinn in their music.
Sick album art. Sick tattoo.
Yeah, it's got to be some of the greatest album art.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's pretty awesome.
Then you have shows like Supernatural and American Gods. They repackage Jinn as ancient and morally gray creatures. Video games frequently use Jinn as like elemental characters or high tier enemies. RPGs love using the concept of Jinn as a powerful being that grants wishes with consequences because gamers, like folklore heroes, never read the fine print. So why do Jinn endure?
Yeah.
Jinn remain popular because they represent something deeply human. Free will, temptation, power without wisdom, and the danger of getting exactly what you asked for. They aren't monsters. They give you what you want. So it's not their fault that you're not paying attention. So in closing, if angels represent obedience and demons represent rebellion, Jinn represent choice, which is, to a lot of people, very dangerous.
Whoa.
A lot of people don't want regular people having choice, especially choice without consequence. So that's what Jinn represent.
Whoa.
Peter, where do you fall? Where do Jinn fall on the real-o-meter?
The real-o-meter, yeah.
Are they Drake or are they Kendrick?
Closer to Drake, I'd say 3. The thing that just kills it for me is on the real-o-meter is they can only be seen if they want to be seen. Mm-hmm. And what a lame caveat, fine print type of a thing. But like most cryptids, they fill a void of a lesson, which is to be specific with what you want, and also, having choice and making decisions.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. What do you say?
I feel like they are very much just like folklore, born out of people's inability to explain, things like sandstorms and, being lost in the desert and things like that. And it's just, no, I don't think Jinn are real at all. They're very Drake.
Yeah, very yes, exactly. Very Canadian.
Yeah, very Canadian.
Canadian. Great.
Yeah. That's it on Jinn.
I want him to be real though.
Yeah?
Yeah. You can want something to be real, but it can't. That doesn't mean it is.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean it is.
Well, that's it. That's it for this episode on Jinn. Yeah. Peter, what are you up to?
Oh, me? Oh, I've got some news for you.
Uh-oh.
Your boy in. Go to my website. It's Peter Murphy, the comedian. There you can get access to my stand-up comedy special and some other fun projects. But coming up, I'm going to be performing stand-up comedy in Port Crane, New York, Biddeford, Maine, Somersworth, New Hampshire. Yeah, Somersworth, New Hampshire, Framingham, Massachusetts, Millis, Massachusetts, Portland, Connecticut, Lake Ridge, Virginia, Phillipsburg, New Jersey, New Providence, New Jersey, Poughkeepsie, New York, and beautiful Buffalo, New York, among others. Check the website. Take a peek, and you might enjoy it.
Wow, you're gonna be on the East Coast for a while.
Yeah, I'm excited. Gonna take in all the Atlantic has to offer.
Okay. Well,
what about you, Tom? Where you at?
Where am I gonna be? February. When does this come out? This comes out in the middle of February. I might be on tour right now. To be honest.
Find them all over.
Yeah, just go to the website, thomtran.com, thomtran.com. All my tour dates are up there. I'm out with Brad Williams. Oh, I can announce this.
Oh, there we go.
I'm going to be doing 5 shows with Millspouse Fest. But remember a couple months back when I was like, oh, I don't know if I can announce this one tour date because I don't know if it's going to go through. It didn't go through.
Oh, dang it. That's why you got to see Thom Tran and see the Rolling Stones as soon as possible.
Yeah, that tour date didn't go through. But it's going to be Fort Benning, Fort Carson. I was already in San Antonio, San Diego, Norfolk.
Oh, yeah.
Virginia. And then just got a TV thing.
Okay.
That as of the day this drops, I will be filming in a week or so.
Nice.
that I don't really like mentioning TV stuff until it happens.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's so much that can happen between. Hell, there's stuff that can happen after you film it.
It can happen retroactively. Yeah, you could be replaced on screen. Yeah, that's a story as old as time. Like, hey, everyone come over. I'm going to be in this episode of Psych.
Did you see that video of that girl?
Where she was replaced in something?
In that Glenn Powell show.
Oh, I think that was fake.
Really?
I do think that was fake. She was replaced by the Haktua girl, right?
Yeah.
I think that was. I
really
think not fake in like an AI sense, but fake in the way that like that whole video.
You think it was set up?
It's half promo for the Glenn Powell show where he, Mrs. Doubtfires himself into a younger football player, but then I think it was just a sketch.
Really?
From an internet personality, yeah. I think it was a sketch, but it happens. It does happen. But she freaked out and she was like, "Oh my God, they replaced me with the Haktua girl." Yeah.
Oh.
And it's believable. It's believable.
Oh yeah, I believed it.
Can't believe anything anymore.
Can't believe anything anymore.
I only believe CBS
I just saw it
News.
on the internet.
Yeah. Oh, hey, yeah, there you go.
Whatever.
Do your own research.
Yeah, I am at _Thom Tran, THOMTRAN. The website is thomtran.com. If you go to my YouTube page, youtube.com/ThomTranOnline, you'll get smaller clips of this show, as well as the story behind the strings, my guitar show, which I'm doing a couple new episodes. I found a couple new guitars that I want to do an episode about. And my solar show, Understanding Solar, for people who will probably electrocute themselves.
Understand it.
In parentheses, which is, it's a lot. I'm doing a lot.
He's doing a lot. He's doing a lot of talking for your ears, from his mouth to your ears.
But this show is at Cryptids and Comedians across the interwebs. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening on YouTube. If you're listening on YouTube, or if you're listening on your podcast, leave us a 5-star rating. Tell your friends. If you're watching on YouTube, like it, share it, subscribe to the show, and we'll be back next week. Stay magical.
Hey,
still not.
I like it. It's growing on me.
Are we? Is that what we're doing?
Stay magical. Stay magical.
Stay magical.